What is going on, guys? Am I going to be late? How many of you showed up early? I figured I would take you up the butte here. I'm heading up Pilot Butte. We've done a live here before. I'm going to see if I can give you a view going up. I'm trying to meet Miss Karen. She's already up at the top. And I'll give you the view for the ride on up, and then we'll start the show. Hang on. Kind of a narrow road coming up here. So you have to watch for traffic coming down. But it is a pretty view going up. All right. There you go, guys. I don't know how much of that you were able to catch, but the sun is in my eyes. And I've got to go and find Miss Karen here. I think I know where she's at. So we're gonna start. So if you showed up early, you get to see this one because I'm probably going to go back and cut this out of the one that stays up on YouTube. So congrats for staying early, and let's see if I can't show an intro here. Oh, come on. There we go. My intro's stuck up. My intros are done. How did we do that? There's one we haven't played in a while. I wonder if that one will play for us here. All right. Kind of a different start here. See if we can get up, find Miss Karen. I don't see her. There she is. I see her now. Welcome to the top of Pilot Butte. There's a few people up here, but I'm going to set you down with Miss Karen and we can get going. I was almost able to park by you.
Yeah, kind of an odd start.
That is an odd start, right? I thought.
Gotta watch the setup.
Right, exactly. See if we can get a mic out. Hear us.
The only problem with this spot is trying to read the comments with a sun face.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Is near impossible. So don't be offended if I don't see your comments.
Absolutely. Can you see in the background there? Do we have enough view? What is going? Wait. There we go. Now I'm wait.
Setup process.
Our production crew is still setting up, and they normally have a cup of adult beverage for me ready to go, and they didn't have it this time. Oh wait, we've got the mic turned around, so they're probably, I don't know how much of that they actually heard. Welcome to Happy Hour Live, guys. What is going on with everybody out there? We are coming to you from the top of Pilot Butte again. We started off, this was one of the early shows when we first got back to Central Oregon. We came up here to Pilot Butte and we had this same background. Mm-hmm. It just seems to work because the sun is going down over there, but I might be able to show the sunset tonight. We'll see. I don't know how nice it's going to be. There's a few clouds over there, but maybe we'll get a sunset out of the deal. But pretty. Yeah, how are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, it was kind of last minute. Thank you for coming.
I had plenty of time.
Yeah, you did.
Only 15 minutes away. Him on the other hand.
I did not. I had planned on doing the drive up to the. I thought if we're close enough, I figured I could do the drive up. I don't know how much you could see.
It looked pretty good.
Did it look pretty good? Yeah. Okay.
You can see all the housings and everything below.
Oh, everything. Yeah. Everything going up.
Good.
All right. Good
Somebody
deal.
was saying there they saw the three sisters as you went around.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that was. Yeah. Yeah. The
somewhere in the process.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think on the turnaround on the other way there. Absolutely. Who is first in the house? Actually, Miss Karen gets first in the house. She got up here and set up before I did. So
first in the setup.
Yeah, first in the setup, yes. But looks like HC Carefree Highway gets the nod tonight. Glad to have you here. Cowboy Biker Adventures. It looks like you guys were talking here. Jim Bertrand is in the house. Hello, Jim. How you doing? And of course, Karen's new journey. You seeing her in the room there. She is going to be handling. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the comments coming up. but hopefully you can read them. So
Yeah, sort of, kind of.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. WCRV Adventures is out there. Glad to have you here. X Fired Up is also in the room. Just scrolling on down. So if I missed you, Jim and Sue Finstead are out there. Glad to have you guys there. Cosmic Mermaid and Cosmic Mermaid and Starman are out there.
Trying to see, and I just can't see.
Right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ralph Hattenberg is in the house.
Yep.
Marcy Budden. How was it? Budden? Did I get that right? Hopefully I got
Hi,
that.
Marcy.
Hi, Marcy. How
Been a
you
while.
doing? Yeah. So I did not have enough time to set up our NFL top 5. So hopefully we can pull that up and I can do that on the fly, and I'll try to make that as smooth as possible. But we'll give you the update on the top 5 for our Endeavor Friends League, which is going well. I am up against Miss Gale. And it's actually been kind of it's been pretty close. So how's your game been going? Who are you up against?
It sucks.
It sucks. Oh,
I'm getting my ass kicked.
but we had planned on being gone. We had planned on being gone this week.
Yeah.
So
like last Friday or
oh
Saturday
my gosh.
leaving.
So what happened? Why are we still here?
I got a phone call and they wanted to do another imaging test.
Oh yeah.
And the earliest they could set it up was the 7th, so that put us out another week.
Yep, and that was okay. It still works into the plan, and
yeah, we got plenty of time.
Yep.
I have an appointment down in Lakeview, the only place in Oregon I could get an appointment at the Department of Motor Vehicles was way down in Lakeview to get my license plate for my RV.
Yeah.
So I set it up on the 12th, figuring as we're leaving, I could go ahead and get all that done. You can't get appointments anywhere else. So
yeah, they have not opened up the DMV to regular walk-in business. So you have to make an appointment, and it's darn near impossible.
Yeah.
I've heard people having to go a year out to try and make an appointment. So, and I can understand that. I guess we've gotten used to that for state parks and things like that. But I am just dumbfounded at critical services like DMV.
Hey, as long as the cops aren't out there handing out tickets right and left, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
What I hear is that they're not.
They haven't.
Giving a lot of leeway.
Yep. It has come out on the news and in the papers. They're giving a pass right now. I believe that ends at the end of December, though. So if you haven't updated your licensing on your vehicles, your registration, renewals, tags,
all that good stuff.
Yep. I now don't quote me because I may have gotten that wrong. But I believe that I heard that at the end of the year they plan on going back into operation. We'll see. I don't know.
I don't know how they can do that if you have to wait so long to get your appointment.
Yeah, it's been this way ever since COVID started. So we're going on 2 years now. So yeah. Dave, you beat Gale tonight. Yeah. Okay. Did I have not looked. I know it was kind of close, and I haven't looked at that. So I'll tell you what, she's putting up a heck of a fight. So maybe we'll pull up. I wonder if I have that on my on my oh, there we go. Let's see if I can pull it up. Yeah, I do actually. So I'll be able to. Oh, I
don't have my phone to help you with that
fly
thing.
Right.
You're on your own.
Yeah, so I can show that to you later. We'll go after it. But oh, good to have you here. So what have you been working on this week?
Oh, well, I think I pulled a muscle in my back.
How'd you do that?
I was up on the roof working most of the morning.
Oh.
Well, it took me a couple days. The skylight over the shower got hit pretty hard with the hailstorm, and I had patched up a couple little holes that I saw with Dicor, and that didn't solve the leak problem. It's still leaking. So got up there, did the same as I did on the front seam. I stripped all that goo off of there. And today I got up there and laid down the Eternabond all the way around, and cutting it to the right lengths and pressing it down and rolling it and all that. Somehow or other I was bending forward too much, and now my back hurts.
You got to your back. That's a big job. That's a big job. You sent me pics though, and it looks fantastic. So it's I think you've solved that problem. But you did discover a couple of cracks in your skylight.
Yeah, there were a couple cracks in there you couldn't see, but
so I half wondered. She had a very slow leak coming from up above the shower. Thankfully, it was into the shower, so it's not hurt anything that way. But I bet you that's where that was coming from.
Probably.
So,
now it's patched.
Yeah, that has to feel good. And you got around your fantastic vent up front.
Oh yes, yeah. Clean that up. That was the other leak damaged spot from the hail, so that's been all sealed up, and so now we're good to go.
Yeah, right on. Good. You know what I've been working on this week? Sourdough bread. Traveling around the country, you can't find good sourdough. Every now and then in some of these home bakeries, things like that, you come across a loaf of sourdough bread that actually tastes like sourdough bread.
Yeah.
I finally decided, when we couldn't find Chinese food, I set off to start making my own.
Chinese food.
Right.
Yep.
And same with barbecue, same with, and this time though, I have gone after sourdough, which is quite the process. I've never made it before. I had to make a starter. I had to work on that for a week.
Keep it in a jar and feed it every day, and
sometimes twice a day. So it was quite the process. Now my first two loaves, I don't think the starter was ready, but I was anxious. I wanted to try it because the starter was doing exactly what it's supposed to do. So my first two loaves, the first one came out kind of like a brick. And
because the starter wasn't ready. But...
and then the second loaf was a little bit better, but it too was pretty dense. But I made one, and you haven't got to try it yet.
Not yet.
I've got it down, guys. Now it's just a matter of enhancing the flavor. I want good sourdough bread, and I made a loaf the other day, and it came out nice and airy. It's light. It is sourdough bread. I am patting myself on the back because I'm so thankful I'm not going to have to buy sourdough white bread anymore from the store.
Sourdough that isn't sourdough.
That sourdough that isn't sourdough. So.
Jim Bertrand has it right. He says sourdough pizza crust.
Exactly. I am right on it. I am right on it. That is coming next. I promise you. And I still have a jar of yeast in the fridge that I use for pizza dough and things like that. I'm starting to wonder if I'm not going to have a need for. I tell you what, boy, I am just in love with this sourdough bread, and this last loaf anyway. So I need to make the outside crust shiny, though.
Well, you'll get that eventually.
Right now, it's kind of a dull bread looking, and I like the ones from the store that kind of have a sheen to them around the outside, and I guess that's a matter of coating it. There's several different ways, I guess, that you can coat the outside of the bread. So that when it bakes, it has that shiny sheen to it. But I am so happy. Now I just have to enhance the flavor, get that sourdough flavor up.
Sourdough sounds like a topic for a new video.
Yeah,
yes, he is going to have to do that.
Yeah, that one might be a little more entailed though, because it really wasn't that hard. The process was a little daunting because I didn't know what I was doing, and you wonder if you're going to succeed at that. But then when you come out the other side and it actually worked, it's like, yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
Howard wants to know oven or smoker.
You know what? The smoker is not working right now. I've got to fix that. So
that might be interesting in the
smoker.
smoker.
In the smoker, that really might be.
But for now, just the oven.
Just the oven, yeah. Which that's the other thing that is fixed is the microwave. I got the microwave fixed again. I don't remember where you guys were at. I had rebuilt the motor for a little door that's inside the microwave, and it worked for a couple days, and then it stopped working, and I had to order a motor online.
Yeah.
I got the wrong motor in the first time, and then I had the microwave staring at me on the table because I refused to remount it, put it back up, not working. I was going to make this microwave was going to work. Or I was on a mission. And so I had to wait for another motor, the correct motor, to come in.
Yeah.
And yeah, every night for a week, the microwave sat on the table, daunting me, just taunting me. What's the difference between daunt and taunt? I don't know. Taunt? Is daunting in what you do, or
it is almost depressing to think about? Oh, I got to do that again.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no, this was taunting me because it was laughing.
It was laughing.
Yeah, I could hear it laughing. So.
Sourdough sounds more needy than a pet.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so the cool thing is, once you have the starter going, you can put it in you just have to get it started. That's the labor intensive part. Right. And now I'm to the point where I can put the starter in the fridge, and I only need to. It
just sits there in the fridge.
I have to feed it once a week.
Once a week. Yeah.
Once a week. I have to
simple.
give it some flour, and it should be happy.
So Ralph says, my wife loves extra sour sourdough bread, but it's virtually impossible to find.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it. So.
I Googled it today on how you boost the flavor, how you get boost that flavor up. And there are several different ways that you can do it. And I'm going to be practicing because I'm the same way. I want it to be good sourdough. Yeah, yes. Sourdough bread. And so I'm going to be trying each one of these different methods until I get it right. So, which means I'm going to be eating a lot of sourdough bread, I think.
So Jim Bertrand says, paint the outside with egg white
before
you bake it.
Yep.
Or you can paint with water, but it won't be as shiny.
I also heard water and cornstarch. So yeah, there's several different methods out there that and so I'm going to be trying those because that's really, other than boosting the flavor up, is just getting that nice shiny coat on the outside that yeah.
Something you can be proud of.
Yes.
Looks as well as taste.
Yeah.
Stanley, hippies to gypsies, is in the house.
Oh, glad to have you here.
Sunset, yeah, the sun just went down.
It is just going down. I think we could probably turn that around. Do you want to swap around and give everybody a shot of the sunset here?
Yeah. I mean, you can just flip the computer and.
Yeah. Well, do we want to move over to the other side?
We'll be in the dark. We'll be silhouettes. Of course, we're going to be silhouettes in the dark.
Yeah, it looks like we're. Yeah. Well, let's see if we can turn it around. Oh, and let's see if I can get that. Yeah, not much of a sunset. You can see the people all around, and they're up here to watch it too.
So Don and Gail want to know if you can boost the flavor with bourbon.
I don't know, but you can add a wide variety of things to sourdough. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh,
yeah, with enough bourbon, you won't really care.
not a big sunset tonight. Yeah, it kind of takes some clouds, having some cloud cover, and let's see if we can get there. There we go.
Ralph Hattenberg says, Dave, when you perfect the recipe, I'll pay for shipping.
I promise you it will be cheaper to go and buy good sourdough if you have a
You
local
can.
outlet. Yeah, that's the problem is traveling. You don't have that bakery that's always down the street.
Yeah.
And so when you live at a place, you kind of get used to, you know, who has the good sourdough, and you go there to get it. But when you're traveling, not always, you know. So, and it's not like you can look it up on your phone and say who has good sourdough bread in
in such and such town.
Right. At least I've never tried that. So maybe
it doesn't quite work.
Yeah, Google has amazed me though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There are some things that it just brings right up.
Oh, Karen is in a halo. And
almost.
Are you? There. There. Almost.
Oh, yeah.
Is that kind of smoky back there? It almost
hazy a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's X fired up. How's that?
That's sweet. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. Oh. No, other than sourdough, I've just been working on little projects. I had I am taking the street bike with me, and you got to watch a little bit of that because I had to kind of set up. I have basically a dirt mound that I created into a ramp so I can get the street bike up into the back of the truck. So that will be coming. I am waiting for an Amazon order for a bike cover because I think Cowboy Biker Adventures, Don, he said you need a bike cover. Yeah.
But then you got to protect it against the cover by putting some kind of a blanket in there.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use it for traveling or not because the back of the truck is open, and yeah, that slapping on the bike will mar the paint finish. So it'd almost be better to cover it and uncover it whenever I'm traveling. So we'll just kind of see how that goes.
How it plays out, how it works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not too worried about unloading the bike. You know, surprisingly, the Southwest where we're going is just inundated with little gullies and washes and things like that. I've never had a problem ever unloading or loading the bikes. True. Yeah, it's always been really easy. So I don't predict I'm going to have any problem unloading the bike. So
all right.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. So probably the first time that I'll have it out is when we get to Area 51.
True.
That will be kind of a fun ride to ride into Rachel and you know, take some rides around there. So kind of looking forward to that. Area 51 is coming up. I haven't really put the itinerary out. Our plans are written in sand exactly for the reason that we had this week. Things come up and those plans change.
We got it all kind of somewhat planned out, scheduled about when, and then this whole, we're going to be delayed a week. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
So
Don was saying that his video is coming out on Wednesday of the Area 51 ride.
Okay.
We did, I think, and
nice.
Was telling us it's coming out. So
nice.
Looking forward to it.
Right. We got
start a club, Karen's Angels.
He says, is that going to be an exclusive club? I mean, what? It's
I have to think about
probably
that.
Will be to start out. How big is the bike? The bike is an 1100, and if you Google fastest production bike for 1983 Guinness Book of World Records, up comes the Honda Magna V65. I didn't know this when I bought it. I bought it for $400 not running, and that was one of my hobbies in my past life, was restoring old motorcycles, and returning them to showroom condition, really. Mm-hmm. Well, this one came up, and I had never done, a bike of this size, and I wanted an 1100, and I thought, all right, well, let's give it a shot. And I have been
$400 is a good price.
I have been in love with this bike ever since. And in fact, I had 2 other street bikes. I sold them, and I kept this one. And who knows whatever happened to the other street bikes that I had, but this one I just fell in love with, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll part with it. I thought about selling it this summer, and just never came to be. And I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to bring it with me. And
Wayne and Carrie ask, is your video you were uploading where Dave played chicken with Area 51 Patrol?
I still have that one in the works. So I'll tell you the honest truth, guys. So yes, I did play chicken with the camo dudes at Area 51. They had been following us onto public lands for better than 10 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I finally I at a certain point I just got irritated with them following us.
Right.
And I just decided to turn tables on them, and I turned the bike around and just charged off after them. And
he's like, you want to go? You want to go? And I'm like, I said, Don, you can go. He went,
Even Don said, no, I'm not going to do that.
He thought about it, though.
Right? Yeah.
I was like,
I don't know how wise this was, and I think Don has brought it up in talking before. I don't know how wise it is to face off with the camo dudes, but all I know is we were well onto public property.
Yeah, and
we were well into BLM. We were well away from the base, and they had been following us for 10 miles at least. And
way further than they needed to,
and had plenty of turnoffs where they could have gone and gone back to their regular duties, and they didn't. They chose to continue to follow us, and so I don't know if there's legal implications in this. And
Don says that is the bonus part of the video.
I know, right? Exactly. So
fun.
If there are any lawyers out there that can tell me if there's any,
trouble for this?
Could I be in trouble for posting this? Because the last thing I want to do is post a video and have it come up in court as they're using my own videos.
Right. Your video is proof.
Right. Right.
He says we were over 8 miles from the base.
We were
long ways.
We were 8 miles away from the outer perimeter. We were 8 miles away from the gates. So we were well on. We never did. Let's clarify. We never did go on to property. We never violated. We stopped at the gates. We stopped at the fences. We did photo ops there.
Took a few pictures. Even though it said no pictures.
Yeah, absolutely.
But hey,
and
everybody does that at the gate.
But we picked the camo dudes up probably a few miles before we got to the gate. They started following us because we were on an off-road area. Basically, it was a very bumpy road, and I can only imagine what it was like in that truck.
They were cussing us.
I'm sure they were cussing us.
Follow us to make sure we weren't going to go somewhere we shouldn't be.
I promise you, it was a lot smoother on dirt bikes.
Than it was in their truck.
Yeah. So I'm sure there was a little bit of cussing going on as they were trying to follow us. And I don't know if it was they or if it was just one person in the vehicle, but yeah, we stopped for a rest break, and sure enough, they were on us. So
Ralph Hattenberg says, Dave, camo dudes probably heard about your warming fire history.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And they were ready with the phone to call 911.
Don't be starting no fires out
Don't
here.
be starting no fires. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Too funny.
Oh. So what else did we get done this week? I made a plan. I haven't decided if we're going to Hope Valley to Lake Tahoe. It is. We originally thought no, and then we decided maybe we would. And
But then we were looking at the temperatures up there.
yeah,
we're kind of back to maybe not.
Yeah, so the temperatures are pretty much the same as here, and we're already trying to get away from here as quickly as possible. So temps have been dry. I was looking at 27 this morning, and that's colder than I would prefer. So
I'm just gonna zip up my jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, we're ready to get to warmer temperatures.
Warmer temperatures, please.
I think that Moon Rocks is back on the list of places where we may go, and and then following up, I don't know. We're just gonna have to see where we.
Well, we talked about Snowbird Mesa out by Valley Fire.
Yep, that will be after Area 51 probably. So we may even have Thanksgiving up there. I don't know how the timing will work out, but hopefully you're planning on being there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm going to be following Miss Karen. She has her own rig, and I'm going to be making sure she gets there okay, and she's going to make sure that I get to where I'm going okay. So yeah. But is your rig all ready for the trip?
Yeah, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good.
There's one more small chore we have to do.
What's that?
We put in 2 more batteries, and Dave here with his trusty welder welded up a frame to hold them, and they're kind of open and exposed, so we're going to put them in some battery boxes to protect them. That's about the only thing left.
I wouldn't mind finding a mud flap or something to get down. Managed to find a place that was easy to go ahead and put the framework in, so we just welded up some framework and got 2 more 6-volt golf cart batteries in there. So you're sporting 4 golf cart batteries in there. You've got pretty good power going on there now. So, but it is open. We need to protect that somehow. And there's a couple ideas that I have for that. But if that's all you've got, you're doing pretty good. Yeah,
well, now that the roof is all sealed up and good.
Yeah, absolutely. And you recovered from your windstorm. So
so the hailstorm took a bit out of me, and then there was a windstorm not too long after that.
Yeah.
And it didn't do too much.
No, you're all right.
Yeah,
you're all right.
It put a couple little tears in my awning, and it kind of twisted it just a tiny bit, but other than that, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. But I wanted to say, all of our plans in this lifestyle, when you're traveling full time, it is your plans really are written in sand. I mean, don't you kind of want to make that next reservation, but in that case, that next reservation isn't for another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And even then, you want to make sure that you have the ability to cancel those reservations.
You got to be flexible with the reservations.
Yeah.
Maybe push them out or shorten them or cancel them, or hopefully you make it.
Yeah. So people say, well, where are you going after that? And honestly, it's like, we have an idea. I couldn't tell you exactly when we're going to be there, but
it's right in
this kind of somewhere within this 2-month period. Yeah, well, it'll happen. So
Jim Bertrand says, I like the way Karen says we have to do.
Right.
Those batteries are heavy, and they're in this little area that you have to pick them up and bring them out. So
Yeah,
I need muscles here.
They are. So that's not going to be a problem at all.
So how was the hail repairs on the pockmarked car?
Those are coming along well. I spent a good day or two on
Pulling
them,
a bunch of them out.
pulling a bunch of them out, but I haven't gotten all of them out, and I don't know that we're going to be able to do that now. I mean,
No, yeah.
we're running out of time.
It can wait till next summer.
But kind of a neat process, and the tool for doing that was only about $40 on Amazon. Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of the pocks are gone, but not all of them.
Yeah.
But a good, I don't know, 70, 80%?
Yeah, I'd say you're up there. You've probably got maybe 10, 15 more at the tops
To do, yeah.
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 So
That's all right. We'll get to it.
right. Running out of ice. At some point you may have to put an ice maker in. I'm just saying, because I won't always be there, so you can get ice. You haven't actually hit me up for ice in a long time.
4 trays. Well, I busted one up, cracking it, so now I'm down to 3.
That's not good.
But no,
Yeah.
I do my daily process of emptying them all out into a little bucket, and then I refill them and put them back in.
Yeah.
It's just a daily thing.
For you it is. For me, it just accumulates, and eventually it falls out of the little door up in the freezer. I've never had this problem before because she's usually using it. She's the ice queen. She's the one using all the ice, and now it kind of falls out the little door. I almost need to put a piece of tape or something on that.
We quit falling down into the freezer.
Inside the freezer.
Scott, greetings all.
Yeah.
And James
Ketney's glad to have you here. W.S. Griffey.
Yeah,
Scott. Yeah, how you doing? Glad to have you here. Oh my gosh, there's James. Glad to have you here.
Ralph says I'm an old pro with a scraper and the caulking gun.
Yeah,
pretty much.
She is become
the scraper.
Yeah, she is. She has become. Yeah, and she's getting good with that Eternabond too, guys.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So Gary and Carol, they just needed to wait on their rig for a little while. You could have done that for them.
Put it on the list.
Right.
People want me to paint their stripes and other things there. And
yeah.
Eternabond.
Exactly. Well, let's see if this shows up. Our sunset here. See how we're doing that. See if I can get it. Can I get it?
Do I still paint? Not much.
You've been busy.
I've had other things to do.
Yeah, you
I
haven't
painted any paintings lately.
Yeah.
I need to get back at it.
Oh my gosh. So if you come to Central Oregon, you don't go to the top of Pilot Butte. It is a volcano. One of only 2, I think, in the country that are within in the city.
Yeah.
The limits of Bend, or not Bend, but of any city, I guess. So I don't know how do you rate volcanoes?
Volcanoes in your city.
Yeah, and who keeps track of that? Somebody says, "Oh, that's inside city limits, so that goes on the check mark." You'd have to Google it and see who else gets volcanoes. I don't know. Well, what else have we got? I think that's about it. I didn't have time for Nomad News this week. Why don't we do an update on the NFL and just kind of give the rundown and see. So, there you go. Yeah, Karen's got a new career. Absolutely. She has done a fantastic job on that. I'll tell you what, if you have old stripes on your rigs and you're trying to figure out what to do with them, go give her a call. Let her know. She'll
help you out.
I gave her advice starting out. Now I honestly have to go to her for advice. So
I just ran with it.
oh my gosh, and it looks great too. So let's see if we can remove that. So let's do the NFL, and I'm just gonna let's do share screen and Chrome tab. That one, share. All right. Oh, there it is right there. It looks like we are done playing. That is yours truly and Miss Gail. And I think we have finished our games for the week. We don't have to wait until Monday. It looks like, she's still got a tight end playing.
Yeah, got one.
So you can see that little yellow mark underneath there. That means she has a tight end playing. So you never know. That's not that far away. And if the tight end can, pull down some points, maybe.
Scott wants to know, did you put the RV base camp on the market?
Have I put? I have not. So what not officially. So let's see. How is that? Is that? Oh, I see what's happening there.
He's playing with computers.
I am. Trying to figure out how to make these work here. Let's see if I can get that switched over to the league
to see who's on top.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and add that on. And can we do it?
Scroll down to get to him?
Yeah, right there. How's that? All right. Yeah, we're going to scroll down. So how do we look up standings? Here's our standings right now. Number 1, Smoke Eaters. Howard, my gosh, it hasn't lost a game yet. How is his game going this week? Who are you?
I think Don is gonna beat him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Might have a loss.
So he might have a loss this week.
All right.
Oh, darn, Howard.
OE straight to the end zone. That is yours truly. I am going. I hope I can pull off another win this week, but I would sit. This is as of last week's games.
Yeah.
Up 1 position to the number 2 spot. Ruby Slippers bringing up number 3. Couch Coach. Hey, look at this. Couch Coach is out there. That's which one is that? Is that Wayne?
Wayne.
That's Wayne right there.
Sorry if we don't get it right.
Yeah. Well, that's okay because we still get Cosmics. That's Gail. Bring it up in the number 5 spot, and look at number 6 up 2 spots here for the tailgate party. Carrie is doing. Miss Carrie is doing really good.
She is cruising, and she looks like she might get another highest points. Is
that right?
Yeah, she's
looking to
really score points again this week. So.
Wow. End Zone Dancing 2. That is Miss Karen. Rail Pros. There's, oh my gosh, up 4 spots. That's Jim Bertrand right there. Up 4 spots. Oh, look at Cowboy Biker Adventures. Don is down by 4 spots last week.
But he's looking like he's winning.
But a win this week will bring that up. So Tansy's Pansies, that's David and Ninette out there.
Tansy's Pansies is currently kicking my butt, so he's going to be moving up.
Is that right? Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. Just Starstruck, bring it up the number 11 spot. And, the Finns dropped 3 positions last week. So, yeah. So, you know what? You never know. So, there. How's that? We thank you guys out there if you've been playing with us. Everybody is doing really good. And I haven't seen. Everybody seems to have figured it out how to get players shuffled around and doing
Yeah, I
it.
love that,
So it's been a lot of fun. We will keep you updated as the weeks go on and make sure that we get that. You know.
Gary and Carol popped in.
Oh, glad to have you here, RV Living Life.
They still can't get used to Pacific time.
Well, you're gonna have to if you're coming down here. You're gonna have to
Yep.
get used to Pacific time.
Yeah.
How many of you noticed that I changed it from 6 o'clock to 6:15?
I tattled on you.
Did you tattle on me? You told everybody, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to come from 35 miles away.
Yeah. I said, well, you had it at 6 o'clock and you hadn't even left Lapine yet. And I went,
Yeah.
I think Dave's not going to make it on time.
I don't know who would have won the pool for being 10 minutes behind. So yeah. But
I saw 14 minutes offered up.
14 minutes?
I think that was Dawn.
Okay. So there you go. There you go.
Anyways, it is what it is.
Oh, yeah. RV Living Life. You guys, if you watched our open mic night, they're planning on getting down here, but what the process to get down here is quite amazing. So if you haven't seen that live, go back and watch it. Our last month's open mic night. That was the last one. That was just last week.
Yep.
So hopefully that is going well for you. Let's see if I can scroll down. Am I missing anything?
Jim Bertrand says, I thought you were 7 minutes late and 8 minutes early.
I was.
That's right.
Yeah. How many, if you didn't come here early, you might have missed it. I did cover the drive coming up the Butte. So.
Covered his butt is what he was covering.
I was. I wanted to throw the pool off completely. All right. Nobody planned on me being early, so it kind of worked out that way.
I like it.
Oh, thank you, Joe. I'm going to put that up there. See that? Early. Early. All right. If I look at the sunset. There, can you get it in the glasses? Is it there? It's looking pretty. It's looking a little bit better. I'm not sure how much you catch if I turned it around. We have just a few more minutes, and we'll try it here. Dave did not sit down until 8:16. Oh my gosh, Don is on it.
On it.
You are off the Christmas card list, dude. No. Let me turn it around here and see. It's getting that way. Might actually be kind of. Yeah. It looks better here than on screen. You can't quite get much out of it on here.
You gotta put up expired's comment.
What? Really? I have to put that up there?
Yes, put it up.
Oh, yeah, it's
Love
been,
it.
Has it been that? I mean, I haven't been late in a while, have I? Oh my gosh. Oh. Hey, there's a lot that goes into this production. All right. I didn't ask Miss Karen if she could be here till was it an hour before?
Yeah.
I hadn't quite posted it yet, and I thought I just sent her a text.
Want to be there? Want to be there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
I'm
my
only
gosh.
15 minutes away.
Yeah. You are. I'm not. Yeah, I had quite the drive. So, speaking of which, it is not an adult beverage. I'm playing nice. It is just coffee tonight. When I drive home After I get done with my day and drive home,
Then
I'll
you'll
get
have your happy
get
hour.
my happy hour, which is wine this week, as a matter of fact. So I kind of ran out of the good stuff, and so now we're on to the, I don't know, even better stuff. If you ask me, I like my red wine. So
Dave, and she was still waiting, carrying out there before you.
oh yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. You guys can rub it in. She only had a 15-minute drive. 15, it wasn't even 15 minutes. You're staying at the ranch. Yeah. So I am at RV Base Camp. Oh, somebody asked if I had listed the RV Base Camp yet.
Yeah.
I have a couple of pocket listings out with a couple of real estate friends, and we're going to hold off, and we may list it for November and December and then pull it. We'll just see how that goes. So, not a lot of people are looking for land right, in the dead of winter. Some are. So those pocket listings, though, are basically for, the real estate agent, just to kind of have that as a, oh, by the way, I have this property if somebody walks in the door that's looking for one. So as far as officially listing it, we may or may not for November or December, but come next February, it'll be listed. So and hopefully sold before we even get back to Central Oregon. So we'll see how that works. Yeah. Did we have any? Let's see here. Let me get there.
What will we do with our treasures that are stored there? We will have to come up with more storage.
Yeah, I have some ideas. I have some thought process surrounding that. So I do have a plan in mind. So actually, a couple plans in mind. So we'll be covered on that, one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you don't have as much out there as I do. Yours normally, Miss Karen keeps her car out there, and your daughter's going to hold on to the car this winter.
Yeah. I'm going to leave it at my daughter's house. She can use it.
Yeah.
And
so I've got storage space. If anybody needs to park a car or something, just let me.
In Central Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Well, I think that's going to wrap us up tonight, guys. Unless you guys have anything else, it was fun hanging out with you. It always is. And I look forward to Sundays. I like how nothing is a stressor. Well, it can be when you're supposed to leave and then you don't leave, but you had that in your mind that you were doing that. But for the most part,
yeah,
it's been okay. It's been okay.
Just kind of roll with it.
Yeah, exactly. Written in sand, guys. Written in sand. I think that is going to wrap us up tonight. Missing anything?
No, don't think so.
Okay.
Safe travels to Area 51.
Yes, and that will probably be at the end of October or the beginning of November.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and that's why I was thinking we'll probably do 10 days to 2 weeks out there, and then roll on over to Snowbird Mesa, and we'll be over there for a little while longer. So looking forward to it. I've got to get that Davy Crockett fixed before we get there, because every year I tried to do my solar turkey dinner, and now I haven't quite nailed it yet. I'm close. I'm very close.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we do. I've got some ideas. I've got some plans. So we're going to see if we can pull off Thanksgiving dinner complete with all the stuff done on solar. That's my goal. It's a zombie apocalypse thing, guys.
Well, and now with my new microwave / convection, we got one more way to cook.
Does that count if I use your rig?
As long as it's solar.
I suppose, but Well, I don't know. Is that breaking the rules,
Is
guys?
that
You
a
let me
rule or is
know.
that not a rule?
I don't know. I haven't.
Think about it.
I never thought about that before. So
It's
we
still
do have
solar.
that. It is
Yeah.
still solar. You guys have a good week. We will see you next week. I have no idea. I don't think Miss Karen is going to be with me. You're going to be traveling down to Lakeview. I'm going a different route, and I'm going to be seeing a little bit of Eastern Oregon. And so I have no idea where next week's live is coming from, but we'll figure it out.
Yep.
One way or another, Sunday will come here wherever I happen to be. I'm going to try to find the most interesting spot around wherever I'm at.
With a signal.
With a signal.
Which
yes,
is sometimes the problem.
That is sometimes the problem. We went all the way to the top at Moon Rocks. We went all the way to the top of the mountain to be able to pull off Moon Rocks, but we did it. Right? So WCRP Adventure says it's not.
Not against the rules.
It's not against the rules. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah.
Jim Bertrand pointed out that, now we have my solar's backup.
Yeah.
So.
There you go. And there it is. Are there rules with RVing?
We make the rules.
All right, guys. Have a good week. We'll see you next week from God knows where.
Wherever.
Written in sand. And you have a safe trip down to Lakeview, and hopefully I'll be meeting up with you at some point there. So everybody have a good week. We'll see you next week. Richard Meek is in the house.
Hi, Richard.
Yep. Hi, Richard. Take care, guys. Safe travels to you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
All right.